Hello and welcome to a very special edition of the Court Counsel. This is a special edition because we have guests. Now, it is very hot in Los Angeles right now, so if you see me using my fan, it's because I'm melting. Yes, we have guests, and to catch those of you who have not been following along up, you foreign nationals, the majority of my channel who are here and you're wondering what's going down, I do have a playlist that will catch you up. It's called the Hater Nation playlist. You can watch it up to this point and you'll be fully caught up on my side of things. But for those of us that are lazy, and you know, some of us are lazy, I will catch you up real quick. There were some YouTubers that I used to follow and I used to like, and then they became problematic for me, and I felt that it was necessary to say something about it. I've made waves. They're not happy with me, and they have sent some stewards to the court as representatives, I guess, to speak on their behalf. And I know. A lot of you are just like, but why? Like, a lot of you are probably like, just kick them in the hole and be done. No, that's not what we're gonna do. We are going to be nice. We are going to present our best selves, and we are going to welcome them, okay? For everyone's information, today's date is April 25th. So any videos filmed after or any information released after this date will obviously not be mentioned in the video. As far as I'm concerned, this will be my final response on the subject to this situation for several months, and the court will no longer be receiving any stewards from the Hater Nation. I feel like after this, I will have addressed everything that needed to be said. Before we start, can someone please bring me the tears of my enemies? Thank you. You guys have kept me so hydrated this week. Michael B. Petty has requested that he be removed from this conversation, seeing as he has not posted in 2 months. Though Michael has been absent for 2 months, his channel is still one of the biggest and the most vocal channels hosting Amberlynn Reid content. And I don't know what that says about the rest of you, but Michael's channel is still pertinent. And as far as I know, he has not retired as a YouTuber. His content is still available. He has not retracted any of it, so it is still relevant. Well, I say to Michael B. Petty and the rest of the Hater Nation, have you guys been letting all of Amberlynn Reid's past shenanigans, past problems, past issues go? From the last 2 months, hell, from the last year, did you guys let it go? I don't think so. Also, Michael, 2 months can hardly be considered past history. That's just donezo. You're on hiatus. Michael B. Petty's request is denied. We will be hearing from DC Media Girl and Irate Alex. Who are you people? Oh, okay, whatever. The Hater Nation has deemed them a part of their nation. They are part of the Hater Hyena Pack, so we will hear them out. Let's go. Irate Alex did not have much to add to the conversation apart from some really snotty remarks, making it seem as if it's a dig at me that I respond so heavily to my subscribers. And there is a reason that my channel is considered a court. At the end of every single one of my videos, I encourage their thoughts and opinions. Even though I am the boss here, I do take into account their thoughts, their feelings, and their suggestions. We're very interactive here, making it seem like it's beneath me to respond to them. No, I do care about my subscribers, and I do value their opinions. And the fact that you think that's a burn is very telling on your attitude towards your subscribers. I think that it is only right that if the people, the members of my court, my courtiers, if they take the time out of their day to write a message, to leave a message, if I have the ability, if I have the time, I will respond. Also, Irate Alex went on live stream, and during a section of his live stream, he compared my intelligence to that of Amberlynn Reid, which I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to take that, because according to the Hater Nation Hyena Pack, Amberlynn Reid is incredibly intelligent, but I'm going to assume that you meant it in a negative way. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I don't understand how you can even mention my intelligence when you and your friends seem to not even know how to use the @ symbol on Twitter. Anyways, I do want to commend Alex for coming out and saying that there are things that he does not approve of. There are things that I said that he will agree with. There are things that actually do bother him within the hater community. So I do commend him for coming out and saying that. However, Alex, the next time you think it's a good idea to address me, I think your time would be better served simply screaming into your pillow. Next, The next person we have up is DC Media Girl. Up until the debut of her live stream, I had never heard of her. However, apparently she is a part of the Hyena Pack and the haters like her and the haters approve of what she has to say. So we are going to hear her speak. She had a lot to say.
That there is a symbiotic relationship between the reaction channels and the people that we react to.
There are many channels on the YouTube platform that have a symbiotic relationship. That's fine. Your symbiotic relationship doesn't need to spread negativity.
And if you think that Amberlynn Reid gets a tough haul, maybe you haven't paid attention to the reactions directed at Trisha Paytas or Jeffree Star. You think they give a fuck?
Trisha Paytas and Jeffree Star get dragged regularly for valid reasons. Jeffree Star has a very problematic racist history. Trisha is always doing the most offensive things. People's criticisms of them are mostly valid, which is proving my point. So I'm not exactly sure why you brought it up.
Girl, you better chill.
When you go on camera and you call yourself fair and unbiased, and you keep on calling yourself fair and unbiased, it's better to just prove that in what you say instead of making that statement repeatedly.
I have constantly proved myself, and yet members of the Hater Nation and your supporters continuously want to come on my channel and accuse me of being biased or picking favorites without doing your research. So I am forced to handhold you.
Okay, she's not a child and she shouldn't be treated like one. Thank you, Lyle. Not a kid, not a baby, not a child. Let's not treat her like one, and let's not pretend, okay? Let's not pretend that she's just sitting there helplessly and innocently and ooh, and oh my God, oh poor me, all these haters. No.
This group has made it an acceptable activity to openly bash Amberlynn Reid on YouTube, knowing full well that if it was anyone else on the internet at any time, it would not be accepted. You have created an environment where it is not only accepted, but encouraged. I have now created an environment that lets you know it's not. No matter what you guys think of Amberlynn Reid, she is still a human being. And there should be a little bit of decorum, a little bit of decency and respect in everything you do. And I am sick and tired of the self-centered selfishness that I am hearing from the Hater Nation, because, and this is what gets me when you guys say, we're not kids, or you get mad at me for overstating myself or over-explaining myself. This is why I have to do it, because every time I give you guys the benefit of the doubt of being adults and being able to see the full picture, you prove that you can't. So let me handhold you children and walk you along, because you guys make it out to seem like I have made this video specifically for Amberlynn Reid when I've told you many times that I didn't even watch her videos. What you guys are not seeing past your tunnel vision and past your hatred for this woman is that there are other people out there in the world like Amberlynn Reid. The reason she has a channel is because there are people that identify with her. There are people that share her struggles and share her issues, and you're not realizing that every time you body bash Amberlynn Reid, you bash everybody who looks like her, everybody who identifies with her, and they don't deserve it. Usually, I'm one of the toughest people out there. I used to have no sympathy for people who sat on their butts or was gaining weight, but now I have to have some sympathy because I kind of understand why they are so afraid to come outside and so afraid to show themselves, and there are so few of them on YouTube. It's because they see how you guys openly treat this woman, and the fact that nobody stands up for her, even though it is blatantly wrong, scares everybody away. You cannot sacrifice an entire group of fragile people just to target one person, wasting away the rest of them as collateral damage. And that's one of the reasons why I was so focused on Charlie Gold, because of all of you. She should have understood that.
And it has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with us. It's her. It's her. She did this. She created the community.
So you guys take no responsibility for the environment you've created? Okay.
We are movie critics. We're TV critics. We're doing a performance evaluation.
A performance evaluation? A performance evaluation? That's what you call this? Roll tape.
Yeah, I have to give her props, because I personally wouldn't show my underwear on YouTube if it looked like it was made for Sherman Klump. but that's just me. They look like boxers, but my underwear is definitely not small, but that is a parachute. Take you to Lexington and then drive your fat ass 2 hours back home. And during that, she painted her nails. So you know what that means? She probably showered too, y'all. Oh my gosh. Well, Chantel, what you're smelling is yourself. And probably the cheese curds that are still stuck in the little crevices that you don't clean. Yes, that's nasty. Why would you want to become a human, fridge-sized dog when you use the restroom? Maybe it's terrifying because it's water and it reminds her of a shower. Oh, she needs to repolish her nails.
Guys, so I just got out of the pool.
She means she just finished her bath. That's how she bathes. 5, but I'm just confused. If she fits a 5, who fits a 6? Okay, so there's been this thing going around that her arm looks like a turkey leg from Disney, because you know their turkey legs are really big. And it sucks. Like, I agree with the statement. Her arms are really big. And my insecurity, one of my biggest insecurities outside of my midsection is my arms. So the fact that...
YouTube is that girl's job. It's a job that pays her extremely well. And she puts forward minimal effort. Minimal effort. And she gets paid very, very well. So what we do is we come in, we take a look at the content, and we are like, really?
I'm doing just fine. I hope you all enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and get back into the reaction.
Like, I needed to put emphasis on some of it because I feel like emphasis makes it maybe understood a little bit better. So Amberlynn Reed puts forth minimal effort. I can agree with that. I can agree. But so does Charlie. And Charlie, that's not an attack on you. It's not. I'm just pointing out how she's not being fair about this.
I saw who you named. There were people you didn't name. Interesting, she didn't mention Shaquana Jefferson. She was talking about, these are the people who started it all. No, actually, Shaquana keeps reminding us that she started it all. She started it all. She was one for nitpicking, wasn't she? Nitpicking everything. One might say that there are people in our community right now who talk about Amberlynn in similar terms. I don't want to mention any names.
What? What the fuck?
Okay, this is one of the issues that I had with you guys, and I don't understand how a woman such as DC Media Girl fell into this hole, but I do not appreciate you guys making assumptions of me. I do not appreciate the thought that you guys think that I know every member of your hyena pack. I chose the biggest ones, and I chose the biggest ones for a reason, but I don't know everybody. I do not know who Shaquana Jefferson is. And now I understand why someone came to my Twitter page and asked me that. They probably heard what you said, and I appreciate that someone asked because you didn't. I had heard of Shaquana Jefferson before I made the decision to do a solo video on Charlie Gold herself. I did do my research and I scoured YouTube to see if I was alone, to see if there was anybody who had ever checked her and been like, hey, maybe you need to calm down a little bit. Because honestly, I wasn't excited to make a video about Charlie Gold. To me, it was basically my own suicide mission because my tiny little channel, I knew Charlie had a cult following. I knew that she had the backing of other channels. I knew what I was up against, but I didn't care. I was gonna do what needed to be done. I found a very small channel that had a clip, a low risk, quick clip of Shaquana Jefferson. And I had heard from, as I was doing my research, I heard from other people on YouTube, they were talking about her, but when I searched her name on YouTube, nothing came up. So I honestly, to this day, until you mentioned it, Miss DC Girl, I assumed that she deleted her channel, to be honest. I found a clip of her that someone used that said Shaquana had come for Charlie, and I'm like, okay, maybe someone did check her. And then I saw the clip of Shaquana, and I believe to my memory, she had said something racist to my memory. It was something that really turned me off about her, so I stopped looking. I stopped looking for her. I assumed she deleted her channel, but either way, I stopped looking for her because I'm not going to co-sign anybody that does that, no matter how I may feel about Charlie Gold. Like I have said before, I gotta repeat myself, I have a line.
You really want to call out Zachary Michael for not going after Charlie Gold? Why should he? He said he likes Charlie.
So as of recent, Trisha has taken it upon herself to say that she has dissociative identity disorder, but people are just upset that she's still giving Trisha a platform. I also want to note that Rylan and Shane were also getting ripped apart in the comments for still being friends with Trisha as well. And especially Jeffrey and Shane have been in a lot of conversations lately in the comments I've seen of their videos or on Twitter, Instagram, of people wondering how they can still be friends with Trisha or support Trisha because of the things that she has said in the past and things that she is continuing to do by her very offensive trollings.
Do not talk about Amberlynn Reed's lack of weight loss if you are not going to talk about Charlie Gold's lack of weight loss. That is unfair and hypocritical.
I'm sorry. There are limits to what you can say and get away with. If you start to defame, if you start to spread lies, that speech is not protected speech. Sorry, kids, that's a little lesson in the way shit works.
I agree. There are some speech that are not protected speech. It seems like she gets it. She just doesn't want to apply it to everyone.
If the sovereign was really concerned about bullying on the internet and bullying of people like Amberlynn and Foodie Beauty, how about this? You're so tough, you're so honest, you're so fair and balanced. Okay, here's a challenge. Your next video, go after Kiwi Farms. Go after Kiwi Farms.
Stop making your behavior okay because you see other people do it, if that makes sense.
You know, on Kiwi Farms, there are thousands and thousands of pages devoted to Amberlynn Reed. There's an entire section there devoted to sightings of her ankles.
What the fuck? I'm a YouTuber. YouTube is where I live. What do I look like walking into somebody else's house? A platform that I am not a part of and do not understand and trying to police them. A place I have no investment in. Somebody come get grandma off the internet. She told me to go after Kiwi Farms. Well, thank God I am so active with my subscribers, unlike Irate Alex, because being that I'm active with them, they were able to teach me about Kiwi Farms because up until yesterday, I never knew about them. Someone told me to check them out. I hunted them down and I found them. And I have to say, I have no problem with Kiwi Farms. They have created a place dedicated to their messiness and they keep to themselves. They do not drag their messiness all over the world. They don't build platforms off of it. They're not, spreading it around. They are staying within their little cliques, their little groups, and being messy. And I'm not gonna police them for it. Everybody is messy. And I know Kiwi Farms is a little messier than most, but they do it within the confines of what they created for themselves, for their group. That Kiwi Farms is not some massive multimedia platform. My problem is when you have an international public huge platform, you spreading that messiness, you encouraging other people to engage in your messiness and your messiness impacting other people's lives. Being that I am very new to even the existence of Kiwi Farms, I do not think that it is my place to speak on their behalf. Luckily, while I was browsing through their site, I found a post where someone wonderfully explained Kiwi Farms. I did not ask this person for this post. They just posted it on their own. I will not reveal their username just in case they care. And I'm going to warn, this is a direct quote from Kiwi Farms, and there's a word in here that some of you may find offensive. It is not my word, okay? Here we go. Kiwi Farms fully admits we are drama queens, shit-talking, morbidly obese, ill people on the internet, and take joy in said shit-talking and documenting. And fully admit this, and users don't monetize said shit-talking. We are just autistic enough to do it for fun. But it is in that admittance that makes us different. These are people, however, are LARPers pretending they are something they are not and doing things they deny they are doing. And as she was pointing that out, but of course they can't see it or refuse to acknowledge it, meaning you guys, and I totally second this opinion, Kiwi Farms is messy. The thing is, they know they're messy, they keep their messiness to themselves, and they do not lie about said messiness. Members of the Hater Nation openly say it's because, I used to be a subscriber to Amberlynn Reed. I care about Amberlynn Reed. You don't. I have Charlie Gold on video in some of my videos, calling Amberlynn Reed all types of stupid, negative, nasty, all this types of stuff. Do not play games. Don't lie. Lying's the same thing you guys get on Amber for. Don't lie. You don't care about her and you don't like her.
Commentary channels on Amberlynn Reed are almost getting more views than Amberlynn Reed is getting on her own channel. So what that's saying is that people don't really care about Amberlynn Reed. People care to talk about Amberlynn Reed, right? Yes. Zachary Michael, who is doing commentary on Amberlynn Reed, is getting more views than Trisha Paytas is getting on her channel.
But no, that's when you start playing with the big leagues. Because see, those people are not going to be wowed by your crown and your little contact lenses and your makeup and all that. And your beauty pageant content. Wowed by your crown, your makeup, and your beauty pageant content. Wowed by your crown. So, I'm just saying, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't need that kind of aggravation in my life. I've already been brigaded by one group of lunatics in my time on YouTube. I don't want to go through that shit again. The Sovereign, can you please do me a favor? You're a grown woman. I have said this on my channel before. You probably don't watch my videos, but I'm just going to say this to you now. Bullying is a word for children. Bullying is a word for children. It's meant for the playground.
The kinds of things that happen in politics and on television, if you're watching it, it's bullying every single day.
We talk about this all the time. I mean, we've developed a culture of bullying. And
you turn on the television and all you see are people judging other people and people being negative and being so nasty. And I think we have to act as a role model and to say, you know, if kids see adults treating each other that way and saying bad things about other adults, and then why wouldn't they say something about and understanding that we're all equal and we all deserve to be treated with respect.
Or a bully is an affectionate way of referring to a pit bull. I totally agree with that. Totally. So let's just put bully aside. It's embarrassing. You seem like a smart woman. Get out of thesaurus. You can do better.
Stop. Right there, we're going to have to agree to disagree. Right there is where the conversation ends. I support women who are very empowering, very confident, who have incredibly strong platforms, and who are very anti-bullying. Everything you just said is the antithesis of what my channel is about. And shame on you. Shame on you for negating the importance of the campaigns of not only my pageant queens, but damn Michelle Obama, celebrities, sports enthusiasts, everybody who has spoken out against bullying as if it's not a big deal, as if it doesn't impact adults. Had you done your research, you would have known this was the one thing you could not say to me. This was the one thing where we end the conversation. Because among all the titles that I may have, including the ones that you have so graciously bestowed upon me, the title of bitch, which I accept, hypocrite will never be one of them. What type of woman would I be? I would have no right to have any of the crowns, including the ones that I earned. I would have no right to be sitting here. I would have no right to have a platform. I would have no right to be a part of the pageant community if I sat here and let you say, or had the audacity to co-sign with you, the unimportance of bullying. That's one reason I adore the pageant community. They are legitimately good, and none of them would ever stand for your nonsense, and neither will I. So I want everybody in my court to know that I do not take the use of this language lightly. What I'm about to say only specifically applies to the last clip that we saw of her speaking, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, with all of my being. Kiss my ass. We're done. I am not overly sensitive. I can take a black joke. I can take a fat joke. People have dissed me, said things about me. I don't bat an eye, especially when it's the internet and you are a public presence, you are a public figure, you are out there. There are certain things you have to take. But when it comes to constant, persistent, repeated, public, degrading, negative, bashing, bullying comments, I won't stand for it. And you are not going to belittle it on my channel. Those of you who are avid, persistent viewers, I'm sure you saw this coming. You guys know that I have a Cap complex. It is a Captain America complex. I have a very heavy Save the World complex, and trust me, it gets on my nerves too. But I am not the type of person to allow something so awful to happen in my face. My favorite quote is this, and it is a wonderful representation of who I am. And I'm sure Charlie took it as an attack, and I'm sure you guys thought I just had it out for Charlie. But to be honest, to be completely honest, when I dropped that versus video between Amber and that one video that I did solely on Charlie Gold, I expected to die on my hill. I expected death. I expected the nation to come for me, and I expected that I would not live. Well, my channel would survive because I have built a fortress. My content is diversified, and the majority of my channel is not you guys. It's not even American. So my channel would have lived. And I turned off my phone and I called my mom and said, Mom, I need you to distract me because I'm gonna get burned alive, because I couldn't stop myself. I knew that I was gonna die. I was prepared for death. And I honestly couldn't believe what happened. I don't delete comments. So the comments that you guys see on that video are the ones that have continued to be there. I got so much support from that video. I got so many people saying, finally, someone said something. I got so many people coming to me with their stories saying, hey, I used to be a subscriber of Charlie Gold. Hey, I used to be like you. Like, I'm so happy you said this. I had no idea that there was an actual audience of people that felt the same way. The thing you guys have to understand is the same thing you guys have been saying about Amberlynn Reid. She doesn't listen to you. She didn't take your advice. You guys used to be subscribers to Amberlynn Reid. I and a lot of the people in the comments were former subscribers of yours. And a lot of the people down there tried to reach out to you and tell you, hey, you're doing a bit much. You dogpiled them. You dissed them. You berated them. A lot of them, even me. We are your subscribers screaming. Like, I'm not the first person to make a video. Admittedly, I'm the loudest. I'm the most impactful. I'm the most fierce, but I'm not the first one to speak out. People have been telling you and you haven't been listening. So yeah, when I decided to make my video, I knew that I had to come hard or not come at all. Charlie Gold knows, girl, I saw your video. Charlie's like, you know, I'm the type of person you gotta step up to. I'm the type of person you gotta like stand up for. Like, I knew coming for you guys, I was gonna have to come hard. I did, but it worked. And somebody sent me the receipts of Charlie Gold's Instagram, and Charlie was like, word of advice to the sovereign. And I'm just like, girl, who you talking to, the sky? Because you ain't used the @ symbol. I saw that Charlie Gold really liked my hyena reference. The thing is, that reference was made past the 40-minute mark of my last video. Charlie Gold said she only made it up to 18 minutes. Huh. Just an observation. Back to the video. But she said, word of advice to the sovereign, the same people cheering you on will be the first to eat you up in the forums when you're no longer of use to them. Girl, you really think that I did you really think I had support out of the off jump coming against you? Do you see how small my channel is? Do you think that, like, I was on a suicide mission, Charlie? I have a percentage, a fraction of the follower count that you do. And not only did I go for you, I went after Zachary, Michael B. Petty. This should have been a suicide mission, but I didn't care because it needed to be said. So you're telling me that the people in the comments, the people in the forums who I didn't even know about until yesterday are gonna come for me. I'm like, sis, the people in the comments are your former subscribers. I am your former subscriber. So if you wanna choose to not listen to me and them, that is your prerogative. But that makes you no different than Amber. Shout out to the person in Charlie Gold's comment section because I want to address these. And thank you, courtiers, members of my court who sent me these receipts, and people don't know how to use the @ symbol. Let's say somebody from New York City, they said, wasn't no message Jules dropped, revelations, girl, just someone talking middle of the road. So if there were no revelations, that means you guys all knew. You all knew you were doing wrong. You all knew you were doing bad. If you all knew and there weren't any revelations in my video, what's the problem? Then they said I only picked on who was popular. No shit. What kind of impact am I gonna make if I go after little channels? What kind of impact does that make? And then you're mad at me for picking on the big guys, the popular ones, when I'm the one at the disadvantage. I have a fraction of the subscriber of the following base that the rest of the channels do. So I don't understand how you guys are so mad at a smaller channel. If I want to, you know, kill the snake, you gotta cut off the head. And right now, the head of the hyena pack, Charlie Gold, Michael B. Petty, Zach, I don't know everybody, like, let's throw Yaba in there. I think she was really upset for me, just the fact that she wasn't included and she wants to feel like a big girl. I didn't know who you were. So if you want to be included in the hyena pack, like the rest of the hater nations, like Yaba should have been here. Like Yaba, throw yourself in there. I wasn't trying to exclude you from the Mean Girls clique, girl. By all means, hop on in. They said hater in quotation marks. This bitch legit just picked on who's popular, no shit. And mention their names for what? Because I'm not like a back alley behind the scenes cowardly ass bitch. If I'm gonna call somebody's name out, I'm gonna say their name. It's kind of telling that you didn't say mine. And then they said, I bet a stack that she don't speak like that in real life, says the person who didn't even at me. And see, this is where research really helps you, because had you even done a little, like it's right there on my Instagram. My family's from Oakland, so come find me. I will happily take your money. And I keep hearing this clout chaser, clout chaser, clout chaser. And you know what? I'm insulted. Of all the things you guys have said about me, that's what's insulted me the most. Not the fact that you called me a clout chaser. No. What insults me is the fact that you think that this was the best I could do. You think this, what I have done, my 5 videos, this is the best I could do? That's insulting. I am a smart woman, I am, so I don't appreciate you guys degrading the level of maliciousness that I could have been. All right, because truly, if I wanted to be a clout chaser, I would have made videos on every single one of the members of the Hater Nation. Like I would have purposely hunted down each and every one of you, which I didn't because I don't care, but I could have. And I could have made a huge fuss about it. Charlie Gold being doxxed, which I never mentioned because it is wrong. Charlie Gold being doxxed in internet world is a huge thing. That's a massive amount of drama. I could have made a big deal about that. I could have made a big deal about Charlie Gold's hypocrisy, being an obese woman with big arms, critiquing a girl with obese arms. I could have made a big deal about that. And then I could have went to all the drama channels, all the people that like the drama, all the people that indulge in that stuff and spread that gossip, because we all gotta be honest. This is some premium drama. Charlie Gold being doxxed is premium internet drama. If I was a chaser, I would have spread that all over the internet. Got the attention of, I don't know, Peter Mon, Angelica Oles. Like there are big YouTubers that have done videos on Amberlynn Reid. They're aware of her, which means Charlie is only on the outskirts of their peripheral vision. Charlie has now reached the size that she is a fair picking for the other sharks in YouTube. And her behavior on YouTube is easily draggable. Charlie Gold's behavior is easily draggable. We all, within the last 2 weeks, have seen the downfall of Shallon Lester for flapping off at the mouth. Nikocado Avocado, his channel's gone. Onision, he's taken a turn. Like, they would have taken an interest in Charlie. They would have turned her messiness into a huge story. My channel would have skyrocketed. Are you kidding? The amount of messiness brought about from the Hater Nation? I could have built an entire castle on the burial grounds of Charlie Gold's bones and the resting place of her channel. She'd have been burned alive. Easily could have done that. If I was a clout chaser, that's where I would have gone. None of the drama channels are tagged in my videos. None of the drama channels are mentioned in those videos. I didn't get on Twitter and let them know, there's somebody out here like that you guys would love to drag. I could have went to the body positivity movement and shown them everything Charlie Gold was saying about a big girl, or the rest of the Hater Nation, because y'all know the body positivity movement loves to get somebody. I could have got them into it. There's so many ways I could have did it. But to be honest, 1, it wasn't right, and 2, I had hope for Charlie Gold. It is not beyond me the hardships that face Black women on YouTube. I do not take going against a black woman lightly. That's why I said in my video, the first thing when I saw Charlie Gold's channel was to support her, because I know that it's a bit more difficult for us. I know that people simply don't want to support me because they feel like they can't relate to me simply because I have a really good tan. Like, it wasn't just me laser focused on Charlie. I had to think about the implications of having her engage in that messiness. To be honest, Charlie, you are the personification of a black stereotype. You are the angry black woman, on top of the fact that you're large. You are the one that they feel justified in using racism against, which is wrong. But you are also wrong. And had I been messy, had I been a clout chaser and allowed you to be thrown into the fire for my benefit, it would have been a disservice to the rest of the black women here on the internet, because it's just yet another reason for someone to degrade us and humiliate us and be mean to us. Charlie Gold had to be checked, because if I didn't get her, one of the big YouTubers were gonna get her. And her downfall would have been a lot noisier than what I made it. Also, can you guys stop implying that you are so incredibly important to me? God, the self-absorption. I will have you know that the United States currently only makes up about 17% of my channel, which is the people that watch the Hater Nation videos. Over 80% of my channel are pageant people, foreign nationals who don't give a crap about you. This is the first time, that last video, the Hater Nation needs to be stopped, was the first time you guys even got close to even one of my pageant videos. You guys can't touch my audience. And with that, I am considering this conversation closed, and I think that this was a resounding success. And for those of you in the comments who don't get it, guys, every single one of the members of the Hater Nation have openly said that there are things that need to be changed and there are things that they do not agree with.
Now, there's certain things that the Sovereign said in her video that I agree with.
This past week, I realized I still have the ability to be a toxic individual, character-wise. That's something I don't want to become. And if I don't want to become that, I have to know when I'm wrong. I have to be able to say it on this platform and look at you and apologize for that and make steps to be better. Because there is one specific video that I watched that was criticism from a supporter, but her delivery was in a language that I would understand. She had passion, but she got me together good. She got me together good, she had passion, and I saw the intent of her message.
And that's all I wanted. All I wanted was them to recognize wrongdoings and to change it. How many times on the internet can you say that this type of consensus, this type of debate can result in something positive? That's all I wanted. I wasn't on a crusade to destroy the Hater Nation, and I wasn't on a crusade against Charlie. I wanted change. And Charlie's already begun to change, and the other ones have agreed that there needs to be change. This is a success. So honestly, I'm gonna say thank you to the Hater Nation for acknowledging it and not being like Amber. So what's next? Well, while I'm on hiatus from the Hater Nation, because I feel like this is a pretty good conclusion and there's nothing else I need to address after this. There really isn't. This is a success for me. So while I'm on hiatus, I will continue to do my pageant videos. I will continue to do vlogs. I'm definitely gonna get into some new other stuff that's coming in. The thing that I'm looking forward to most is, number one, quarantine ending. My God, your girl is getting chunky. I miss the gym. So probably a month or two after we get back to normal, after gyms open again, I will be starting my own weight loss journey, which will be documented here on YouTube so you guys can see what I have to go through to drop probably a good 30 pounds. I don't think I have enough body mass to lose 40, probably a good 30 pounds. If you still hate me, I do not mind. I still look forward to seeing you all in the future. I love you, I'll miss you, and you know I will be back and watching. Bye! Oh yeah, and for those of you who are still struggling, the @ symbol can be located on the left side of your computer. If you hit the Shift key and the number 2, you got it. Bye!